practice expressing your true feelings. I'm like, no, we're not gonna do
Well,
that.
how long have you got? Let me.
I'm just gonna warn you guys today, I might be like rushing through, because I'm supposed to be at, what, 32nd and Central at 10 a.m. for a press conference. So.
That's fine by me.
I know I'm full of jokes most days. I know this is the best board to be on. Do you want me to call him?
Yeah.
He said 2 minutes.
2 minutes is code.
Janice, take your.
That means he's walking out of his office.
Of course.
Take 2 seconds.
I know Greg. I know Greg. So 2 minutes. Forget you're ready. That's fine. I appreciate that. We don't want you to be late. Oh, it's okay. I really don't mind being That means I won't have to talk. It's perfect.
What are you doing at 30 seconds?
So it's Free Will and Bike. So we are making the announcement for the elevation grant, the first round
Oh, good.
of grantees that went out yesterday to the media, and so today we're going to do the tour, the start of our tour of visiting all the grantees. So Free Will and they actually helped me with my bike because I live like 2 blocks away. So I'm really excited that they got some money.
I bought my first adult bike there.
Really?
Gotta clarify.
Right. It was a retired military bike that
Oh,
they
cool.
refurbished.
Nice.
Yeah, that thing is pretty heavy and it ain't going nowhere. So it's a good buy.
I need to go back up there. My bike needs some work
Yeah, mine's too.
because I haven't done anything with it.
If you're looking for a status of something, if you know the name of the vendor, because that's how we track it, not by elevation grants, we wouldn't, that name didn't ring a bell to us. So,
I'm confused.
well, yesterday you sent an email, are you aware of this, Rich? And no, because I wasn't, and I had to track
Oh, with Joe. Yeah, I just didn't know which OCC attorney
Well,
it
it
was
wasn't
on.
even Joe. We can't track it unless we know the vendor's name. And you mentioned elevation grants, but that's not the name of the vendor.
Well, in the email it said Indianapolis Foundation. Yeah. But I thought it was in your queue. Yeah, Joe had it.
We looked for it and we took care of it.
Okay, appreciate it. It's all signed, which is great. That's all we needed. We couldn't figure out where it was.
Theoretically possible.
Have you gotten an update from Jennifer that she's doing?
No, I haven't. I've reached out to her. She's not I think she probably is.
Bill, they're
overwhelmed.
opening newborn.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, she hasn't answered my emails or my texts, so.
She's checked out for a while then.
Yeah. Greg said 2 minutes, he lied. I
We
just want the
can't-
record to reflect.
We can't start without him,
I
so
know.
you probably see him running down the street here.
He'll come in and he'll like dab his forehead. So hot outside.
It's ridiculously hot.
Especially when you have to run.
Yeah. He's not running. He doesn't.
I stepped out the car to get here and my glasses just immediately fogged
Fogged
up.
up.
It's like, okay, I just can't see right now.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Apologies. We'll switch up.
You had a great morning this morning?
Been on call since 8.
Good. That means you're wide awake. All right. Now that we have a quorum, we can start. It's 9:05. So first thing on the agenda is to take attendance. So, Mr. Ingram,
Present.
Mr. Stowers,
Present.
me, I'm present, Ms. Lee, and Mr. Williams. All right, so we do have a quorum. Ms. Lee and Mr. Williams are not here. So does everybody have, moving on, sorry, to the next thing, does everybody have the minutes from June? Have you guys been able to review it?
Yes.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes if there's no edits.
So moved.
Second.
All right, all in favor of approving the June 1st, 2022 minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right, thank you. Moving on to new business. We will start today with Ms. Mitchell. She has both items A and B, correct, Ms. Mitchell?
Correct.
And then, but those cannot be combined?
No.
Okay, all right, so we'll start with item A.
Okay, I'm Janice Mitchell, CFO for IMPD, and I'm here on behalf of IMPD requesting approval and authorization for the Chief of Police to enter into a 6-year master lease purchase agreement with JP Chase. This is for financing police pursuit vehicles and all the equipment attached. There will be approximately 290 police pursuit vehicles purchased. We were supposed to get pricing, official pricing, last week, and they have not provided it yet. So we're still trying to find out. This is kind of the high-end amount that we will be
And
financing.
they is whom?
Dodge.
Dodge, okay.
Yeah. So they haven't released their 2023 pricing yet. Don't know why, but we're having all kinds of vehicle, all kinds of issues, getting vehicles and pricing. So this was the competition was through the Indiana Bond Bank. We engaged them through the help application, and they go out and basically put it out for bid, and the lowest interest rate bidder was JP Chase. Our interest rate's 2.556 for a 6-year financing term. Total anticipated cost will be a little over $11 million, $11,125,434, and we will begin payments in the December of this year of $927,119.52 per semi-annual payments through June 2028. This is our second time we did financing last year for $290 through Key government finance, and this time it's through JP Chase.
Is this a fixed interest rate?
Yes, that's
Okay,
why it was so
good.
important for us to get here today,
Good.
because if we didn't get here today, the interest rate, I locked it in last month.
Okay.
So we would be paying significantly higher interest rates if
Right.
we would have waited.
Right, so 2.556 for all 6 years?
Yes.
Okay.
And what's the difference between the rate we pay with Key versus what we're paying with Chase?
The rate with Key was 1.008 or something. It was really amazing, but as we know, times aren't as great for that.
Yeah, especially with the vehicle shortage.
Yeah, and everything, leasing costs in general are a lot higher. So even by the time we locked the rate, and a few weeks later, it was up almost 1%.
Oh, wow.
So we really wanted to get this through.
Okay.
How many vehicles again?
290,
Okay.
and this will actually allow us, and we still have some like 2009s, so it'll allow us to probably get to our oldest vehicle being a 2014.
Okay.
At what point will the Crown Vics get off the street?
That's this. This will.
This purchase will get rid of all the Crown
Yes.
Vics.
Yes.
Thank you. I have some police officers who are friends, and I've done some ride-alongs, and I'm like, you're really driving a Crown Vic in 2021? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
It's
they're 10
vintage.
years old.
Vintage policing.
That's how I learned how to
Okay.
tell a police officer from other people was the Crown Vic headlights. Anyway, so
We don't want to go into that story.
Does anybody else have any other relevant questions?
Yes. So you mentioned, so this request is to purchase vehicles. Was last year's to lease?
Same thing, lease to purchase.
Lease to purchase, okay.
It's a financing mechanism for us to be able to keep on a capital plan. So this is what we would like to do, just ongoing. So we have a 6-year life for a vehicle. Some of them may last longer depending on who's driving them and what situation they're being driven in. So they make sense, but at least at the end of it, they are our vehicles.
So if the vehicles have a 6-year life?
Well, that's what we plan on replacement of every 6 years. We would like to do a
Got it.
6-year life cycle so that we don't have 2011 Crown Vics out on the street anymore. So that our officers can have a reliable vehicle, so. And it also reduces our maintenance costs because they're newer, fuel efficiency is better, things like that, so we're looking at it. We also have decided, we are going to purchase all pursuit rated vehicles. We used to buy admin cars, administrative type cars like Fusions, but for flexibility purposes, to be able to keep them moving around and use them appropriately, we're just going to do unmarked and marked vehicles.
So is this in the budget?
Yes, it's paid for out of cumulative capital funds.
Capital funds,
Yes.
okay. So this is a constant thing. Every year, or every so many years, you're gonna be purchasing vehicles. This is just part of the bigger scheme of.
It's a bigger replacement program for our vehicles, yes.
Okay, and this is the last purchase to get the oldest vehicles off the street.
Yep.
Okay, and this financing, you said the first payment to due in December. Will we have the vehicles by December?
We should have at least a portion of them by December. Right now, it's sort of a guessing
Right.
game. The 290 that we bought last year that we came for authority to do, we have 5 more left to get.
So then if we, two-part question, if we don't get the vehicles by December, will that first payment be prorated?
No.
So that,
This is-
you're gonna
this is a
pay for the
commitment.
vehicles whether we have them or not?
Yeah, so it's important, and they're really, I mean, as long as they're making them, we won't have an issue. So they're scheduled to start producing them this August, next month. So I don't think it'll be an issue, they just, us getting them, but just in case, but yes, we're stuck with that payment.
So did we get 285 by December of last year?
No, because we had more coming in the spring. So it was a chip shortage issue. It's getting,
Right,
things are
right.
getting a little bit better, but they're still having issues. But yeah, I don't, we will not have 290 by December.
I
That's
just
unlikely.
worry about paying for vehicles we don't have.
I understand, but that's like kind of the only option, and we hope to get them, right, before the end of the year, but I don't wanna commit to that. We are going to get them. And
Sure.
we need to bring them in waves, because we also have, we do a lot of upfitting for them with
Mhm.
lights and sirens and computers.
Yep.
The body worn camera equipment, and all this takes a lot of time, so we actually liked having them in like
phases.
70, and then, like having them in phases helps us keep them going, rather than them being shipped and sitting in a parking lot.
And all of that upfitting is done in-house?
No, we've used Move Over Outfitters up in Lafayette. They
Mhm.
are our vendor for that, so we try and share that we do a lot of them, about half of them in-house, and half of them get shipped up there, and we just run it, new ones up there, and keep going back and forth. And they're a lot bigger of an operation, so they can get them done quickly for us,
Mhm.
and they decal them and everything.
And is that a separate request that we'll get later?
No, that's in our operational budget.
It's an operation, okay,
Mhm.
got it. All right, I'm done with my questions for this one.
I'm all good.
All right. I'll entertain a motion to approve if anybody has one.
Someone.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor to approve item A on the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, ayes have it. Thanks, Ms. Mitchell. Moving on to item B.
Okay, item B is we're recommending OPHS board approve and authorize chief of IMPD to enter into an agreement with Insight Public Sector. Insight Public Sector is a cooperative, the company on a cooperative, and they provide services Flock Services. And Flock is our license plate recognition software that we have utilized. We have about 50 of them out now. This is for us to, as part of the ARPA grant, part of the IMPD technology was license plate recognition cameras being places. So we have 127 for this particular contract is 1.5 million, not to exceed 1.5 million. It is a 3-year, 127 cameras will be placed. We will have access to the software, or access to the JPEGs that it takes, and then also we have another grant that there's 35 that will be on that. We're always getting grants for these things for to help with violent crime. So we put more money into it, knowing that we have these other grants that we can purchase the software service with.
So just to be clear, ARPA is separate from the operational budget.
Correct.
So ARPA is not taxpayer money, it's from the federal government.
Yeah, still taxpayer
We'll
money.
say,
but-
yes, from local
It's a
taxes,
different
like our
pot of taxpayer
operational.
money.
No,
Yes.
it's all federal funded. So is
Right.
is the other, anything we're buying here is not out of operating funds, it's out of grant funds.
Yeah, I just wanted to make that clear. I know a lot of people get that confused.
Mhm.
Yes.
And those grants come specifically from the ARPA funding, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Part of, and the other grant is a public safety initiative grant.
Is there, and this may be more of a tactical piece, but is there a specific area that we're focused on? Or?
That is an operational piece, but
Okay.
they are, I don't know that they advertise exactly where they're gonna
Okay,
be.
that's fine. Makes sense.
But yes, they're gonna be placed in areas of need.
And those have already been deployed previously. We already have license
We
plate.
already have some,
Mhm.
yes, and they've been super helpful in investigations.
Do we know the total number of current license plate readers we have?
We have about 50.
50, okay.
You said they've been successful. How successful? Like, has there been cases or something to say that points specifically to this software being available to detectives that where we need to purchase?
And that's part of the ARPA funding is we've seen during investigations when they say something happened at like at a certain location, if they have cameras in the area, this software is an amazing software. It takes, anytime it's in motion, it takes a JPEG, it takes a picture of a vehicle. You could put in the search mechanism and put bike and put, and it would show you every single bike that went by if someone was on a bike. Or you could put dog, or you could put red car. So it has an incredible search mechanism. So if you know that there was a crime committed in a certain area in a blue Blazer, then you can actually look at if there is one in the area, you can search for blue Blazer. So that you can see them, and it date and timestamp, so that you know when they actually saw that vehicle. It's used as truly a investigative mechanism, just to try and find where these people, if they went by, or things
Are
like
the
that.
pictures-
So there's no proactive anyone watching them.
Right.
It's all based for investigations.
Are the pictures clear enough where they're beneficial?
Oh yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
Cool.
And this is outfitted on the car, not like a trailer?
They're solar powered,
Okay.
and they are on poles and
Okay.
different places like
Yep.
that. I mean, you might see them. There's just a box
Mhm.
with a
Mhm.
camera.
Yeah, I've seen them. Definitely.
Any other questions?
All good.
All right, I can entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor of approving item B on the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, item B is approved. Thank you, Ms. Mitchell.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Moving on, Mr. Harvey.
Morning, Madam Chair, board members.
Morning.
Morning.
Thank you for being here. Good to see everyone. Our request to approve this for a contract to go, and let me start out with our fire department training facility that I've been in front of all of you to get approvals for different things. This is the entire workout equipment that has been designed to accommodate new recruits and any other substantial training at this facility. So city purchasing put out for bid this package, and we received 3 bids back. Today I'm asking for approval on 2 parts. One is that we award the bid to Bicycle Garage of Indiana that goes by BGI Fitness. They and all the bidders were evaluated, and along with the OMWBD office, and they were the most responsive. The other 2 bids were not in their memo. So with that, we're asking for this to be awarded to BGI for the $261,580.32. But along with that, when we put this out for bid, we wanted preventive maintenance done on an annual basis. They bid $1,706 annually. They also prefaced $853 if it was an individual visit, but we view that the preventive maintenance twice a year would be in that, that would help us out. The second part of this is to reject the other 2 bidders that were non-responsive. With that, this has been worked on as long as we have planned for this facility. We have designed it to be for as much as 70 to 80 recruits being brought on at one time. So we'll have that capability. I did bring with me today Captain Wood and Captain McGee that put this package together. So if there is questions that I did not want to be in a position, I didn't bring a drone footage this time. That didn't work, so I brought in person the people that put this package together. So if the opportunity, you had a direct question, we can answer that for you. But I seek the approval on the basis of those 2 points, awarding it to BGI and rejecting the other 2 bidders.
You said that it was the most responsive,
Right.
but you didn't say that it was the only responsive. So was there any issues with BGI?
So no, as far
Okay.
as
So they were
what was meeting the needs, and again, through the office with the XBE memorandum that we received from them, they concurred with being the most responsive for BGI and ruled out the other 2.
So procedurally, what warrants the necessity to reject the other bids?
Just the low cost.
And they failed to complete the XP.
No. I get that. But doesn't accepting one imply that you're rejecting the others? I've just never seen it broken up like this, accepting and rejecting.
Well, you're supposed to accept the lowest bid, but it has to be responsive. If
Right.
it's not responsive, then it failed to meet the requirements that were issued in the bid. So you,
Oh, you have to make it clear.
right,
'Cause-
because otherwise,
So one of the 2 that you're asking us to reject, they were actually the lowest bidder, but they were not responsive.
Right.
Okay.
This is something that, you know, I always, I stand to be corrected, right? And I don't want to speak for or on behalf of city purchasing in the process, but doing this as many years as I have, this is always the question: what is responsive and what's non-responsive? So if you look at the bid sheet, some of the equipment was not bid on by those other 2 bidders. It could be the warranty did not match up. We want to max out for warranty purposes. The preventive maintenance was not bid on in a case. So you kind of take all that into the melting pot and say, okay, everyone is evaluating it, the XBE also, that says what is responsive and what's non-responsive.
Right.
And all of us comes to the conclusion, in my opinion, because I've requested to go through this and put it out for bid, that then it comes down to, okay, BGI meets all those that we put out there to meet our needs,
Got it.
responsive. So
Got it.
I hope that,
So the rejection more so is a function to say that these responders did not complete the full packet, and the acceptance or the award basically says they responded to everything and they're the best qualified based on responsiveness as the first test, as responding to everything that was requested. And then the rejection is, okay, they didn't respond to everything. So as a result, since the lowest bidder, to your point, since the lowest bidder actually was non-responsive, we have to say it in a way publicly. Crystal clear. Thank you.
and I prefer with that, with Rich and I doing these things, we want to be very clear, and any discrepancies that might be asked, right? Lowest bidder versus highest bidder, the middle bidder. There is the reason and the processing is through the system that you come to this conclusion, and we vetted that.
Yeah, I used to work for the city a few years ago, and I understand city purchasing. They have their processes and their ways, and they protect the fiduciary responsibility of the departments. And all I can say is I appreciate purchasing, but I understand. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, I'll entertain them. Oh wait, I do have one question. Can we work out there too? Just kidding. Sorry's like,
Madam Chair, I'd offer any time to put you in turnout gear and put you with fellow firefighters. You're welcome to.
I think I'm doing that actually in
Yes,
September.
that is September, and
Right.
I don't know. I got the invite. Did you guys get the invite?
I didn't. She's special because she's a chair, but I didn't get an invite. I would like to do that in September. Just saying. I'm just going to throw that out there.
I would just add, since you brought that up, we'd welcome any of you to come out there, especially, I know the chief is planning, I hope, in September. I don't mean to speak for him, but I hope in September to bring anyone out there. But I just welcome any of you at any time to come out there. We'd be happy to show you in the facility, which, again, referring to the two captains here, to do health and safety, that's the division that they're under, to go through our wellness program. If you've heard and seen of that, we've made strides with the Back to Work Center, and I can go on and on and on. But to assure what we're doing with our tax dollars here and best bang for our buck, and getting not only our new recruits, but any of our rank and file to go out there and train is going to be a big benefit.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of approving item C on today's agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Ayes have it. Thank you, Mr. Harvey.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next meeting is set for Wednesday, August 3rd at 9:30 a.m. in this room. With that, we are adjourned.
All right.
Thanks.
Madam Chair, Wednesday is good.
Yes, next Wednesday.
And we have a train the trainer burn process going on.
Okay.
So, be happy for you
Volunteers
to.
for that?
I'll
and,
volunteer.
Pass on that one.
I'll volunteer.
Any of you, so.
It's my brother. I actually called him this morning and I was